Hey friends, I forgot to add myself to the stage. Sorry about that. How is everybody? Monday, yay, 1 o'clock, yay, we're here. How was everyone's weekend? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, how was everybody's weekend? And what's new? Here is this. Hi, Terry. Yes, Bailey's here with her person. So Bailey's going live today. Bailey's going to paint, right? Maybe we'll do one. But here's this month's schedule today. Well, last week I did a journal project. So I'm just flip-flopping last week and this week. And today I'll do an art project. Yeah, so we have that. And then I'm looking up, did you know? If you didn't know, let's see, I'm trying to find it. That I'm working on creating an art group here locally. Knee deep in a bracelet challenge making wire things that I have no business making. I'll share photos in the group. I'm learning. Oh my gosh, Terry, I can't wait to see. Yeah, if you're not in our group yet, yeah, please let me know. I believe, if I remember correctly, the QR code. Oh, I wonder if I can remember what the QR code was. Oh my goodness, I'm so funny, aren't I? Let's see if it shows me media assets. I think that's where that is. Let's see. Yeah. Heather Boyd Wire, not too late for you to join. Ooh, I'll go check it out. Okay, just to remember, the QR code is for my Etsy shop. And if you didn't see yet, the new advent calendar is up. Yay! So exciting. As you can see, here it is. You get, here's a video from last year. That's last year's calendar. But you get a blank calendar, okay? It's only $4, and then you get all my lovely drawings here. Hopefully they'll print out better for you than for me. They look good here. Let me know if you have trouble with it. And then the prompts. Here's a someone's advent calendar from last year, and I will be doing a giveaway if you participate. Everybody had a great time last year, so I really hope that you can join us this year because we really had a lot of fun last year. So we will be doing that all over again. Saturday is my paint and sip. If you want to join in, sorry, I'm doing all the business at the beginning here. Sorry, friends. I know you're all here. But yeah. And then if you want to join Terry, she said there's still room. Heather Boyd Wire is doing some kind of wire challenge. If you want to join in Saturday, if you want to join me at my Cafe Buzz, we are painting pumpkins. So make sure you, yeah, I have to work on, there is a poll for that. If you'd like to join in, I'm going to copy and paste it here. Yeah, this is in person only. So, yeah, there's the link to sign up if you need a pumpkin, or if you don't need a pumpkin. It'd be great to know if you're coming or not. So please let us know. I'm not sure if I will make it tonight to Craft and Brews, but if you guys want to get together, there's Craft and Brews at Bowl Brew, Bullsburg Brew, or I forget what, Bull Pub, I forget what it's called. Anyways, the new pub in Bullsburg is the Craft and Brew, so make sure you head over there. And today, I'm going to add myself back in. There we go. Today we are going to paint a flower on a really cute bag that I got. So yeah, so that's what our live project today is. So let me switch cameras and we can go down to the table. And Bailey, I'm gonna have to not rest on my arm anymore. And here we go. All the joy, right? There's Bailey. There's my girl. Gotta plug my other light in because it doesn't always work. There we go. And Bailey's resting her head. So here's the bag. I think I'm gonna paint it this way actually because there was like a line in the ribbon right here. So I'm thinking just a cute little sunflower. So I have some gesso. I have some lovely textile medium, so it makes the paint more flexible on fabric and stuff. It's not something you necessarily have to use, but you can use. So I'm going to start, if I can get my gesso open. Ha! That's the key here. That's always the problem, right? My gesso does not like, it likes to freeze itself up. I'm just taking a knife under the lid, trying to break up the paint. I try my best not to get it on the edges, but there's always that sneaky little bit that gets there, right? So just always be very careful trying to crack open your paints so that you don't cut your hand. Come on. All right, Bailey, I'm sorry. I love you. You gotta move. Kind of hard to do with you on my lap. So yeah, so I did not have this ready before the project. I'm so sorry, folks. But always have a knife handy to try and open lids on different products because the paint dries up and then she'll shut on you. And as I said, just be really careful in trying to open them because you don't want to cut your hand, right? Oh my goodness. Maybe we won't be adding this. Oh boy. I just wanted to put a base layer is what I wanted. Aha. There we go. All righty. Right. Okay. So yes, gesso is usually a base. So I'm going to take a little bit and put it on here. Bigger brush than that. We will go with this one. All right, so it's always good to, whenever you paint on fabric or anything of the sort, to kind of put, mark it where you want it. Oh, so I'm just going to put a nice, maybe sunflower right here. I mean, I could certainly not necessarily do a background. And this is just chalk, so it'll come off easily. That's not a big deal. Actually, might just draw our sunflower right on. Maybe I won't do. Maybe I'll do the gesso in the sunflower, right? How are all my friends? I know, me too, Terry. I hate when things don't open for me. It can be a real pain in the patootie, I added extra petals. We're just gonna have fun because I love sunflowers. I might actually keep it above this fold. Let's put a big old sunflower in there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'll put gesso just on the location, I think, that I'm going to paint. So I'll just add this. Probably can't see what I'm doing. Over here, I have my Bright, have my palette. I'm just mixing in some of the fabric additive just on where I'm going to paint. So it doesn't have, remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just laying a base coat down for my flower. What kinds of projects are you guys working on? Terry said she's doing a wire project. Who else has joined us today? What other projects are people working on? Month and a half. We start our advent calendar. It was so fun last year. Can't wait to do it again with you guys this year. Working on, showed this last week, but I'm working on a design for us. And you already have coloring pages. I'm not sure if I'll get the coloring pages into a coloring book before, but I'm going to try. So I thought a sunflower would look fun on here because of the ribbon up here. I thought, you know, a yellow flower would look really pretty. So and I just bought this bag at Goodwill, so I only paid a couple bucks for it. So if I mess up, I mess up, right? I'm just gonna put a big old flower right here in this space. Oh, just making sure. Get it all covered. All right, so let's see. I have to clean that up so it's not as hard to open. Oops, everything falls on the floor. Ah, sorry, Bailey, did not mean to spook you. Just wiping the edge here, hoping maybe will help next time. Okay. Probably not, but it was worth a try, right? Oh my goodness. All right. All right. So we need more of the textile stuff. I've got a couple different yellows here. Pull some other colors. Maybe. There we go. Having trouble opening that. All right. We're going to get some orange. And let's see. There is brown, maybe? Nope, here's the brown. A little bit of black. We're going to go all out here. What is everybody else making? What is new with everybody else? Okay. Do you want some red? Like, why do you want all those colors? Huh? Because I like colorful sunflowers. All right. Where'd that? I forgot water. Ah, that's so funny. Oh well. Okay. So this is the medium. I'm just gonna mix. I think I'm gonna go with this darker yellow as my base. And this will also, by putting down the gesso first, will help me not have to put as many paint layers down. You can make all those colors using your primaries. Yes, that is very true. I could do that too. Yes, yes. So you can just use your primary colors if you'd like. You're right, Terry. That is very true. Yes, you certainly can make all of these colors this with just your primaries. So yeah, that is always a fun way of doing it. I was just grabbing what I have here, a little less to think about while I'm live. But yes, if you'd like to, you certainly may. Okay, got that base yellow down. And it's okay if the colors mix. Adds to the character, helps them become more uniform. All right, now we got the center of our flower. Let's see. I'm going to get a thinner brush so that I can draw with my brush, right? Draw with my brush. So I get the edges of our flower here. We know where they are. And Terry says, I absolutely buy the colors I like as well, plus what I need. No time for mixing if I can skip that step. So very true. Especially when I'm live. It's easier to just have everything ready. This one slightly bigger. I'm just trying to do the edges with the brown so I know what's going on. Here's one. Here's one. Make this one slightly bigger. All right. Let's get some brighter yellow mixed in there. So let's see, we'll make our sun kind of over here. So wherever the sun is, that's going to be the brighter colors. And it looks like we are going to have to do a couple layers, and that's okay. Just to get all the color in. Just be careful. I do have that lip there, so just looks like a big old yellow blob at this point. But as it dries and we add in our different colors and textures and that kind of stuff, it'll improve. I need more brown. Got a little too light. Or maybe I have it all black. So here we're just playing. We're just having fun making a sunflower on a bag. So if you're just joining in, this is what I'm using. It's a textile agent, textile medium. Makes the paint a little more flexible. A little easier to work with, maybe. So So, yep, that's what we're doing here. Just painting away. What is everybody else working on? So I think I want this petal right here to be my brightest, these two. Add some orange in here. Gives it a little different depth. This brush is probably too thick for what I'm doing right there. Eek! It is the Great Bead Extravaganza weekend. Oh, so fun! So fun. Okay, did you hear that, friends? Make sure you go check out this weekend is the Great Bead Extravaganza. So soft flex and Neely, and I'm not usually, who else is usually a part of that? But that is this weekend if you want to join in. It's always a lot of fun. I think they do stuff online and in person, right, Terry? Okay. So at this point, I don't know how much more I can do without just letting it dry. So adding in the seeds. Just kind of mixing all the colors up, having at it. Oops. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking this yellow. And it's hard to get this flat because of, let's see, go for a different pincher here, smaller. What? So, yep. So now I'm just trying to add in some layers so that we can see it defined a little more. Yes. Yes, Terry, that is nice that it is offered online, that you don't have to run all over the place. Very true. Where is it located this year? Is it out in Tucson? Trying to figure out. These petals are a little funky here. See if I can fix them. I feel like this guy should be like this. Glad it's still wet and I can try and fix it. There we go. Mixing all the colors over here. Having fun, right? What do you think so far, guys? It's hard with the material. It's kind of like bumpy. Yeah, but that's okay. One really big petal here. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. Terry says it's very pretty. Thanks. And Shambua over on Instagram. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. I really appreciate you and supporting. So if you sign up for my newsletter this month, I will give you, it'll give and share. I'll share it in a moment. But that needs to be more yellow. There we go. I keep layering on the paint until I get what I want, is what I'm doing, folks. So sorry if that's boring for some of you. It probably really is. This is just too yellow. Put a lot of paint on there. It's mixed with the gesso and textile stuff and blah, 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 right? I think this is more than one leaf. It's so big. Okay, let's see if we can get. Lighter in some spots, darker in others, right? trying to smooth it all out so it looks like it belongs. Put a dab of red orange in there. Yeah, it does feel more oriental poppy. You're right. It's, I think the shape is hard to get a sunflower on here, and that's fine. It's a flower. It's a pretty flower. That's all that matters, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be. You're right. It does look more like a poppy, and that's fine. I like it. And we'll go with poppy if we want. That's fine. I think we mostly got it, right? I'm trying to make this work. I feel like I'm failing. But I appreciate all of you and all your kind words and all your support. Yeah, I just had, let's see if I can do this. I just put out a new newsletter. So let me copy. I would love for you to, yes, creativity is like that, Terry. She says it often starts in one place and takes a few turns. That is so true. Yep, very true. So, and all the colors will be here in the middle. The reds, the yellows, the oranges. Help it pop. The blacks, the browns. Let me see if I can see. So we have this yellow. This might be brighter. I don't know if that'll work. Oh, I may have to wait until it's completely dry. I don't know if this is. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna have to get going, friends, because it doesn't, well, I can try and dry it with my heat gun. Let me see if that works. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to finish this up at a later time. Terry said she didn't know there was a newsletter. Yeah, I haven't. I only did like one other one one other newsletter this year. So, but I need to get back into that and get it more up and running. All right, so it works a little better when I dry it. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait because this is gonna take a while to dry. It feels a little off. Some of it's dry, some of it's not. So, but yeah. So as this dries, I will finish it up. All of this is still paint that I'm using. This is just a paint pen that I have. That spot is still pretty wet, but the rest of this feels pretty. So it's amazing, just a little bit of detail, bringing in a little bit of detail, how much difference that makes, right? Oops. Well, I'm going to keep working on this, friends, and I will take a picture when I'm done. Yeah, so folk art, I'm sure others have this medium, but the paint pen obviously doesn't have that, but that's what I used with the paints and everything. So I'm going to add in some more of these colors to try and pull it out and match it as it dries. So yeah, let me switch cameras here. And watch for, I sent out the email, the newsletter. Thanks for those who have signed up. If you have signed up, let me know. I'll make sure you get entered in a giveaway. And yeah, next week, what was our thing for next week? Here we go. Next week, well, Saturday's the paint and sip if you want to come join me. And then make sure you click and make sure you scan the code and register. I think I put the link in. Yep. Here's the registry for Saturday's project, pumpkin painting, and that's live. And then next Monday will be a live jewelry project. So hopefully, maybe I'll see how Trish is feeling. Maybe she can join us. And if not, it'll just be me, which works too. But I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week. All right, take care.